Hey, what's up? What's going on? I'm just out for uh, a walk to the old place. The old place is like a couple miles, so I'm gonna walk a couple miles and pick my bicycle up. And I don't even know if I'll be able to ride my electric part because it was giving me some problem, and I didn't even bring my battery. So I may just kind of ride it as a regular bicycle all the way home. It's probably a little faster than walking at least, but we're gonna walk there. So right now we're walking to my old place. We're walking to my old place to get one of my bicycles and bring it to my new place. Pretty simple. Bustin'. Hopefully all of you like my new song. My newest song. It's got a lot of likes on it. Because my new place does not have internet, and what's even worse is whatever internet there is around my place is just really bad, even from my phone. So I don't know, like it's gonna sound like I've never grown up or anything, but I don't know, I've never paid for like internet at a house before. See, that's a good question to find out if someone is like an adult. Hey, how much have you paid for internet at your house? And they'd say, you mean internet for my phone? No, for the house. Because that would mean that you need to have a house first. And right now, where I'm staying, I don't know if I could even get internet there if I wanted it. Not sure what to do. But then again, I haven't done that much research into getting internet there. Maybe I'm overthinking it and it'll be super easy. But if I could get internet there, that would be kind of cool. The only issue about the new roommate, every roommate that you stay with has their own quirks and features. And this new roommate, he goes to bed at like 8 p.m. Hi, Dougie. He goes to bed at like 8 p.m. It's like, I mean, even my dad went to bed at like 9 p.m. And I was like, that's pretty early. But 8 p.m. is like really early. So right now, he's making dinner. And then when he's done making dinner, he goes to bed. I mean, I'm up until like midnight. I'm usually up until midnight. What about all of you? I'm paying about $100 a month for 3 gigs up and down. Dang, I need a gig to go up and down. Where do you get one of those? But anyway, we're out for a walk right now, giggity. Yep. So, I don't know. I was trying to clean my pipe earlier, and I dropped it and it broke. So that's really bad luck, y'all. I guess that's it, chat. Life's over. $20 people. What's up, Fortnite players? I'm out for a walk right now. Hold on, let's show me what's up. I've got even Chb2 on my shirt. See? Check that out. Chb2, check it out. Whoa! Isn't that cool? This is just some really old merch from, like, I don't know, 8 years ago, something like that. Merch from like 8 years ago. Sorry, I'm crying. Oh, okay. But check it out, I got Chb2 on my shirt. Dang, man. This actually is about 7 years old. This merch right here. Yup, check it out. My brother is doing bad right now. I'm so sorry to hear that. Everybody pray mentally. Say, you know, just send positive vibes out there. Did you know that that's one of the first places I lived at here in Florida? Right behind me. That's where the SWAT team showed up and busted down my door at, like, what was it, 6 a.m. And because I took off my house arrest monitor, ankle monitor. So like 20 years ago, I was right at that location. I've been down here in this exact same area for just over 20 years now. Going 20, 25 years coming up, just rounding up. And I was really, really bad. I did not give a fuck. And it finally caught up to me. And they tried to put me on house arrest with an ankle monitor. And I cut that off. And stupid me, I just stayed home. Well, you know, if you're going to take that ankle monitor off, you better be, like, out and about so they never find you. But I cut it off and just stayed home like an idiot. And then the SWAT team came through my door, literally broke the entire front door down. And it was so traumatic. I peed my pants. And that's a fact. I'm telling you, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, good times. And then I spent a lot of time in jail. And then when I got out of jail, I was, man, every time I go for, like, a walk in this neighborhood, I talk about this kind of stuff. But it's hard to forget because this is the neighborhood that it all happened at. But yeah, good vibes to Lexus, brother. But yeah, life is way, way better now. I don't do any of that stuff anymore. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe that that I was such a terrible person and I was totally sober? You know what I mean? So I was totally against smoking, totally against drinking, totally against all drugs. But I was just like a criminal. I would just do the worst stuff. And I don't do that anymore. So now I'm like extra good. Now I finally got a good credit score. I'm right now at 750, and it's on its way up to 800. 800 is like basically you can do anything that you want to do. So remember, a lot of these people out there that are like looking like they have a lot of money, they just really have a 800 credit score. And then that gives them the opportunity to get these sweet deals. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have to pay for some of this stuff, but the deals that they get because of that score, that's really important. So make sure that you just learn from me one thing and just get your credit score high as soon as possible. See, when I turned 18 and the credit cards started getting offered to me, well, guess what I did? Because I'm an idiot. Guess what I did? I spent the credit card money and then I didn't pay it back. So if you want to know what happens when you do that, well, you end up getting these two things. You end up getting these debt collectors calling you for the rest of your damn life. And then other than that, you have to wait 7 years for your credit to reset. 7 years is a long time. So when you're 18 and you ruin your credit by spending your credit card money and not paying it the right way, you're basically like prolonging 7 years. That would be 25 before you could do. See, well, let me explain something. So when you see all these like 20-year-old millionaires, hey, I'm 20, hey, I'm 21. I just got this sweet deal on this house. I just got this sweet deal on this sweet car. The way they do that is one of two ways. And it could be both ways if they're lucky. The first way is that they did their credit the right way, right at 18. And then by like 20, they did all the things the right way with the credit. And now it's like 750 on the way to 800. And they start doing, like home loans and car loans and stuff like that with the sweet deals. So, and then the second way is that they come from family money, and that helps them also make sure that their credit cards are paid off all the time, right? Because then they just ask their parents to pay off the credit card, and it gets paid off on time all the time. And then a third thing you could do is you could stay living with your parents. But, I mean, you don't really want to do that. You're never going to get laid there, unless you have maybe some sort of like separate entrance, separate entrance or, I don't know. But like I said, you really want to make sure that you get your credit score up high early in life, right? That way you can get all the cool things. And also, another really difficult one, one of the most difficult ones, is that you need to find a job that you're not miserable at, right? See, I think the thing that everybody tries to say is you got to find a job that you enjoy. But that's the thing. You don't enjoy anything once it's a job. See? Big brain. Once anything is a job, even like working at a theme park, you're like, oh my God, I get to be around excited people at a theme park all the time. Or like a video game store. You think that this stuff is fun. It is fun, but not when it's a job, right? So the thing is that you have to find something that you're just not completely miserable at, because you're never going to have fun really at any job. Now, I swear, if you know someone and you got some sweet job that you know other people don't normally get, then that's different, you know? So there's like being connected, you know? I obviously did not come from money. I obviously ruined my credit, and I obviously was not connected, right? So, oh, and I was a criminal, so 4 strikes, super bad. But yeah, you're not really gonna, I'll give you the best example. The best example is people always say, hey, you love working on cars and stuff. Why don't you just go be a mechanic? And I'm like, yeah, you want to know the problem though, is that once it's a job, then it really sucks. You got these jobs being a mechanic, and they suck, man. All the mechanic jobs are like oil changes and tires. It's nothing fun. See, when you think of being like a fun mechanic, you're like doing fun car stuff with like cool wheels. And so then, okay, maybe you want to work at a cool wheel shop. But then it's like, man, none of the cool wheels are yours. See what I'm saying? It's like, it's never really fun once it's a job. So, like I said, these are like really good messages. If I had a son, sadly I don't. If I had a son, I'd be telling him right now, drop out of school, because public school is a complete waste of time. I would homeschool my son, make sure that he... See, here's the thing. Like, when my dad spent time with me, we would go out, like, on the job site doing construction and stuff. And I learned so much with my dad. But then you go to school, public school. Oh, and I did go to private school for just 1 year, but didn't like it. Got in trouble there. But the public school, you're just so distracted by your friends, and, you know, a D is passing. So who cares, you know, and you're never going to tell your parents. Your parents are going to find out at the last second you got D's. But then, does it really even matter? Because there's nothing that you can do about it, they can do about it. They're just going to punish you. The punishment's going to, last a month? And the month always relaxes about a weekend. See, I know how this game works. I was a kid too. So, like I said, high school was a complete waste of time. I basically skipped school with my friends every damn day anyway. High school was totally redundant. Redundant means the teachers were just repeating the same stuff. And what else were they going to try to teach me? Calculus? What am I, a calculator? Come on. You know what I mean? I'm never going to use calculus. I'm not going to go be some math person, you know? But anyway, like I said, try to find a job. Like right now, I've held the past 2 jobs I've had them for 4 years each. This one I'm in now, it's going over 4 years now. The previous job, I was a concierge at a hotel, or different like hotels, places. They were like high-rise hotels. But when I say hotel, they were kind of apartments. You know what I mean? It's kind of like all of the above. And I was just the front entrance person. And at that job, I was getting $14 an hour. And at this job right now, I'm getting $13 an hour. But the previous job, there were like lots of expectations. lots of responsibilities. And this job that I have now has no responsibilities. I just basically have to show up. Like, it's actually not it's like the easiest job I think I've had yet. My very first job ever in life was for my local church, and I would organize like the tables and the chairs and vacuum the place. So like every day throughout the week, they would have different services at the church, and the tables and chairs were always arranged a certain way for each event. And so that was my first job. And then I worked at Subway. I worked at Subway until I got the night shift all by myself. And I was able to lock up the store all by myself. So, you know, there are some opportunities out there for some jobs that are not that bad. Now, Subway let me go because some lady, she came in and she said, "I want extra olives." And I had just been recently told, listen, if someone comes in here, as if this was like a test, they're like, hey, if someone comes in here and wants extra, you have to charge extra, right? So if they want extra something, it's extra 50 cents. And like they got on my butt about it. Next thing you know, this lady comes in and says, "I want extra olives." And so, you know, I give her a couple. And she's like, "Okay, no, I want like extra." And I'm like, "Okay, if you want extra, I got to charge you extra." And then she's like, "I come in here all the time. I'm going to tell your boss." "Yeah, tell him, because he's the one who told me to charge you." And then who gets fired? Me. Isn't that awesome? So awesome. But yeah, we're almost there. Make sure to click all the buttons. Love you guys. Take care.